Howdy folks, welcome back to the channel. I haven't been on for a couple of weeks. Yeah, so I'll give you a bit of a look at what's been going on. Basically I have kept going with the XA around here and yeah, just picking away at little bits and pieces. I'll bring you over. So been making up the tray floor. This is the front section. Other things I've done, this was all full of holes drilled everywhere, so that's all been filled, and the inner brace has been fitted in here. The wall over here, the engine bay wall, again was full of, you know, a bunch of aftermarket holes and a few dents. This bead line was pushed in and there was sort of a crease diagonally through here, so worked that out. Came around to the back. Now if you've looked at the page you will have seen that I made up this piece first. So this piece runs from here around and it's cut in all the way across, back down. That's the old piece on the ground down there. Basically this is what came out of it. You can see how, that's probably a bit hard to see, but it's very dented up. There's little sort of ping holes all over it, and that is meant to be straight. So yeah, so yes, made this one up, got this one in through here. Then I turned my attention to the floors and I made this piece up down here, which, if we can get in on it, you see it comes down on an angle and drops down to a square corner, and another square lip over the edge braces it, and our tray floor sits in here. There'll be a hinge mounted up in behind here, up in the back, which will come around and up to it like a sort of bonnet hinge, so as it can hinge up. Obviously I've had to put these edges in as well, because when I took everything out and cut all the rust out, all of those went, so I had to remake all of this. So this piece, now the edges are in. I've got one piece left to make, which comes from this centerpiece here. It'll notch up in there so as it's flush with this and come across, and that's exactly what that little hole is where I broke the old one off. So it mounts back onto here, and then I'll weld all that up obviously when I get that hole done. So the floors, got the floors rolled up on Monday, spent Tuesday mucking around trying to get all of the edges nice and tight and even. And then I went back around and trimmed, because I'd folded all these up and fiddled with them. They were all different sizes, so I trimmed them all back to 20mm all the way around. Got all of that nice and neat. And then I went ahead and drilled the 150 odd holes to plug weld it all in. This one actually folds over the front there. I'll go back around that side. You can see, so this one folds across and gets welded in across here, and then the other piece comes in the front here, which I will go and grab. Let me think about where I can sit you down where you might be able to see this. See you there for a second while I grab it, because I can't do it with one hand. There we go. Just sit this down in, which it's not doing. I've just welded all of that in there, so you can see I have. There you go. So it was fitting before I welded it. Obviously something there has moved. I'll have to get in and have a little look at that join. But that's basically the floors. Obviously there's a whole heap of welding to be done. I've marked all of these holes, so I now need to lift that floor out, weld up all of those holes, clean up all these welds across the top, have a little fiddle and see. I think I've got a weld sticking up in the corner there, stopping that going down. But essentially, we now have floors. And the rear cabin. So this is all starting to come together nicely now. I've got the cabin wall in, I've got this piece in. Finished cleaning this up, put the cross member in, and as I said, fiddle with this until it fits nicely and will actually hinge up and down without binding on the tubs or anything, which I had it there before. As I said, I must have left a weld over there somewhere. Anyway, that's where I'm up to. I've got a little repair to do right in that corner, which I forgot about. But once I've got this floor welded down and the tubs welded off, then it's just a matter of putting it up on the rotisserie and doing that underneath stuff, fitting the quarter panels back on. Whoa, whoa! I've probably got my hand in it, stuffed everything up. All right, folks, that's it for today, and I'll give you a look next time. Cheers.